Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Badger State Tractor Pullers Weekly Show. I'm Ryan Zolik, glad to be back with you. Jason Schultz is off for tonight. He is up across the border just to the north, up in Canada, on a fishing trip, and as he gets set for Mound City, Missouri this upcoming week. If you didn't get a chance to listen, we had Chris Wagle with Rumble by the Refuge. Big pull going down there in Mound City. Jason will be announcing down there, and I believe it will be the maiden voyage for the Remedy 4.1 Limited Pro Stock for 2017. Unfortunately, last weekend down in Fayette, Missouri, they got rained out and was unable to get the pull in, which would have been, I believe, the first pass of the season, at least on the new setup and the freshened motor. We had a great weekend with the Badger State Tractor Pullers up in Mackville for the Mackville Nationals, along with the PPL Champions Tour and Silver Series. As well as the Tri-County Mini Rods. We got in the majority of the session in on Friday night. We had 6 Pro Mod trucks to go, and the rain just was too much for the track, and we had to call it with 6 trucks to go. But had a beautiful Saturday night, a great crowd on hand as always, and a great band afterwards. Couldn't ask for a better night up in Mackville. Unfortunately, though, for Edgerton on Father's Day yesterday, they had some heavy rain go through Saturday night, and the grounds were just too wet for the pull, which turned out to be a great day, unfortunately, for the Edgerton FFA alumni pull down there. But just unfortunately, with the way that it's in a park and all the parking is between the soccer field and baseball diamonds, it was just way too wet for any type of parking, and for the haulers, of course, and even just trying to maneuver around the pit area. So unfortunately for that, we did not get Edgerton in this year, but we did have 2 great sessions up in Mackville. But we are going to look forward to this Saturday night down in Belvidere for the Belvidere Charity Pull. We're going to have Ed Casper come on here in just a little bit. Sorry for running a little bit late. We had a busy show. We have Rudy still in the house, all the way over from the Netherlands. He was up in Hutchinson, Minnesota last weekend for the Grand National Pull there, and he will be taking photos all weekend for Toma and the Dairyland Super Nationals. Busy week of pulling across the Badger State and just south across the border in Illinois, as the Badger State Tractor Pullers head south for the weekend, where we have we have 4 great classes lined up. When we get Ed on the phone here, we'll talk about the classes and what to look forward to, and just a great weekend weather-wise as well. So hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope you had a chance to catch a pull. Maybe you're up in Mackville, or maybe you're planning to be down in Belvidere this Saturday night. We'll get Ed on the phone here. And busy week for him. And hopefully it'll be the first time then maybe a great class of light limited super stocks.
This is Ed.
Hi, Ed. This is Ryan Zolk with the Badger State Tractor Pullers Weekly Show. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, we're good.
Busy week ahead for you, as always, as you get set for your for a great pull down in Belvidere, the Belvidere Charity Pull. And sorry we're running a little bit late with the Let's Grow Pull-In tonight, and we're just glad to take a few moments of your time.
Yeah, no problem.
So why don't we just jump right into things and explain what's all going down in Belvidere this weekend. I know it's been a growing pull for you guys down there.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate. I don't know, this is our 7th or 8th year doing it. And, it's not a part of a county fair. It started as a standalone event. As time went on and the calendar kind of worked in our favor, we fell on the same weekend as the Heritage Days Festival of Belvidere. And so they kind of made us a part of everything they've got going on, too. So Saturday, there'll be the Chrome Truck Show. Local guys get their rigs. There's some nice stuff they bring out. That'll be at the fairgrounds, and then our pull starts at 6:30.
No, absolutely. You guys have some great classes as well lined up. You got limited pro stock, your class, light limited super stock. Hopefully, the way that the schedule falls, because unfortunately with Edgerton being rained out yesterday, you'll finally get a great look between the mixtures of the diesel tractors and alcohol tractors.
Yeah, I think so. I've talked to some of the South Central guys, and they've got a hook that day, but it's like at 11 a.m.
Yep.
Watertown or something like that.
Chopier, I believe they're in. So not too far down the road, or just a little bit to the north.
Yeah.
Because I believe that's over in kind of in the southeast corner of the state.
Yeah, Chopier's a hop, skip, and a jump. So they were talking plenty of time to make both. I think some of the Iowa boys are going to be making the trip out. They don't have a conflict on their schedule, so should be a pretty good show.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, just the beginning of the schedule between the rainouts down in Leaf River for your guys' class and how Edgerton yesterday. And you guys did get in for the class-wise. You got in at Sauk, but I believe that's the only hook so far. Is that correct for light limited super stock?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So just unfortunate for the weather-wise that way, but this weekend looks really great. I don't think for this time of year, just the forecast so far looks really comfortable and really great weekend for polling.
Yeah, I hope so. A buddy of mine told me the only person more wrong than the weatherman is a married man, so we'll just cross our fingers and hope it holds out.
Yeah, that's for sure. And why don't so the poll time is 6:30? Is that correct?
Yeah, 6:30. The gates open. I think at 3:30. It's $12 for adults. Kids 10 and under are free. No reserve seating in the grandstand. The grandstands hold about 2,500. We've got 2 beer gardens. It's the only poll that I can think of off the top of my head that has a beer garden on each side of the 300-foot mark. You're in the infield, in the pits, wherever. $12, sure. You're in. You go wherever you want.
No, that sounds great. And then you also have both diesel truck classes as well, the Pro Stocks and the Limited Pro Stock diesel trucks. So you have 2 great tractor classes, and you have 2 great diesel truck classes as well. So a lot of great variety for everyone.
Yeah, and you guys ran it up there in Richland Center. We added that amateur truck class with that outlaw rules for the diesel.
Yep.
I told the guys I'm only able to take 15. We got some time constraints to deal with, but we got 6 entered so far. I'm going to take up to 15. First place is $500.
Yeah, that's a fun class.
If you want to get in, get a hold of me.
Yes, absolutely. And you can find your class rep with Light Limited Super Stock, so either on the Badger State website or contact us here on the Beer Money Polling Team page or the Badger State page. We'll definitely get your number out there. And there's a lot of guys that pull in that class in that southeastern part of Wisconsin, and I'm sure there's a lot in that northern part of Illinois as well. That it's just a nice little fun class that it's modified basically street stock essentially, and it's just kind of run what you brung.
Yeah, I think Belvidere is 15 miles south of Clinton, Wisconsin, something like that. So it ain't far.
No, it's just across the border. You're just to the east of Rockford, and how far is the fairgrounds? Can't be too far off the interstate, then, right?
No, where the old clock tower used to be. If you got off there and headed east, you're probably 6 miles off the big road.
Yeah, so it's really easy to get to the fairgrounds if you're coming from Wisconsin down south. It's if you're taking the interstate that way, or I'm sure there's a couple other highways that go right if you don't want to go through the toll at all and kind of bypass that and kind of shoot straight south that way. I'm sure there's a couple highways that go into Belvidere as well that way.
Yep, just jump off of 43 and go right through Clinton. Then you can avoid the toll road. You'll go right past my farm shop on 76, and that'll take you right to the fairground. Super easy.
Yep. And were you up in Sauk or no? Are you still? I can't remember now. Did you pull up in Sauk?
I did not. My engine is still at the dyno.
Okay.
So
is it going to be ready for the weekend then? Or are you still hoping?
It won't be ready for Belvidere. Okay. No, I'm behind on spraying and everything else. But I took it up to James. I'm like, James, it takes as long as it takes. Don't worry about it. So I think it's pretty close to being done, and we'll be ready. Because, after 4th of July, it's Katie bar the door. There's polls. Oh, yeah. 2, 3 a week. So we'll be ready for after the 4th of July.
Yep, and that's something you don't want to rush either.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
you don't want to skip corners on that.
Exactly. That's right.
So, and I suppose, with your spring and of course the busy week this week, getting everything set up at the fairgrounds for the event, and
Right.
it just kind of still gives you a little bit extra time that you don't even have to worry about the tractor than trying to rush that through.
Yep, exactly. Because after Saturday, my life gets a whole heck of a lot easier. So um, we'll get to it when we get to it, and when we do, hopefully it'll be right, and we'll go out and we'll have some fun.
Yeah, and then hopefully you'll be ready for Freeport. Obviously, that's just a
Yeah.
couple weeks after Belvidere, and always great time there for the Midwest Summer Nationals, and like you said, it's just jam packed pulling once you hit July.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and of course with the being able to with a couple different organizations as well, with Light Limited Superstock now, and um, anything else you'd like to mention about the poll that maybe people just don't realize? Do you have specific charities that you guys pick out, or is it just kind of a community fund?
We're specific. We work with the Farm Bureau Federation, and I don't know if I can't cite the study, but there's something just came out that 48% of the respondents were sure that chocolate milk came from brown cows.
I did see some stories about that.
Yeah, believe it or not, the Farm Bureau Foundation, they're huge into the Ag in the Classroom program. And I mean, they've jumped from a couple hundred kids to 8,000 kids to 19,000 kids. They're getting out in the schools, getting in front of these kids, teaching them just where exactly your food comes from. So most all of the proceeds that we come away with from this poll go to the foundation, and specifically goes to Ag in the Classroom. So, yeah, it's kind of important. The other thing that I've got my fingers crossed, I'm not a truck guy, but I don't think there's a lot of conflicts for our truck classes either. I don't think Illini has a truck pull that day. So we're going to have a pretty good lineup of four-wheel drive trucks, diesel trucks. Should be a pretty good event all the way around.
No, I think so too. You should have in that pro stock diesel truck class. You should have. I believe we had 8 or 10 up in Sauk, and then we had pretty much the full. Along with they jumped in with the Silver Series guys up in Macville last weekend, and did really well with those the top diesel trucks in the country right there, and really performed really well. And that the pro stock diesel truck class is just a fun class to watch. Of course, the only one that got in at Leaf River, but a lot of with the Illini guys as well. It's a nice little border battle in that class.
Yeah. I've however many years we've been doing this, I've been very fortunate that it's landed on a good weekend where the Illini guys can come up and play, and the Badger State guys, it all comes together. And like Jason and I and you and I have talked, I've got a truck crowd. So there's not, other than bringing in two-wheel drive trucks, there's not much else you can give them. So ought to be for $12. That's a pretty good show. We got ice cold Budweiser. Should be mid-70s for temperature. What more can you ask for?
No, I mean, yeah, it's going to be great. And then with the addition of that outlaw diesel truck, I think that's just going to even bring in more of that truck crowd like you talk about, and especially if some of the local kids will probably try jumping in maybe in there as well, and then their families will come out, and it's just a great show for everyone.
Yep. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We've talked a lot. Badger State's kind of, you've got Richland Center and, of course, Hillsboro and Greene County Fall Nationals and your big county fairs. And then you've got Utica and Belvidere and Leaf River and, kind of a nice mix there between big promotion and, hey, $12, come out and have a whole lot of fun. Either way, you're going to see a lot of really good pulling. And that's what we're shooting for. We want a good entertainment value for the family and get some good pulling down the track.
No, and then of course the way that you're able to get back to the community as well, and with the Egg in the Classroom, that's really cool to raise money for that and help their cause out, and I got a kick out of that's actually the study. I don't know how scientific the study is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's pretty accurate too.
Well, and a friend of mine, she's an eye doctor. She's incredibly smart, and I saw her at Thanksgiving, and she said, well, I've banned my kids from GMOs. She said, I heard that there was watermelons in Japan that were exploding because they were GMOs. And I'm like, I go, did you? Yeah, I'm like, oh, we got work to do. We just got so much work to do. Yeah. So that's why I'm glad we're doing what we're doing.
No, that's for sure. And the access to the internet, it can have a lot of pluses, like the show that we're able to do now, and it can have a lot of cons as well with some of the weird stories that people come across on their Facebook pages and then take that as truth. So,
yep.
But any like a major sponsors you'd like to thank that help put on the event, or before we let you go here, Ed?
Well, the Gallino Trucking and the Gallino family, they're huge. The work that the Winnebago Boone Farm Bureau that they put in to this is huge. Carl Martin Crop Services, More Agra, they donate a little bit of equipment to help us, and then we've just got like any event, you just got a ton of volunteers that fill in the nooks and crannies of things that need to get done, and yeah, we're just really fortunate. We got Kerry Lee on the blade. He's got the only guy I've seen with as good of an eye for a blade machine is Mr. Gallitz, and he does our tracks. So we're just really fortunate to have the people working with us that we do.
No, that's what it takes to put on an event like this, and even if it's just where you're having 4 or 5 classes, you still need the manpower to get all the fencing up and all the tents up and make sure the track is right, and people that actually can kind of know what they're doing too. That always helps.
And a couple people in your back pocket to do the things that you forgot all about, but you needed at the last second. Yeah, I'm notorious for that. So I'm in a way, I'm a little bit glad I'm not pulling, so I can pay attention and have a smooth show. So
yeah, that's
it'll be fun.
That's got to be probably the toughest part, is trying to get your tractor ready, and on top of trying to fix anything or get anything set up that maybe you just forgot about or are having issues with, or something got delayed or something on setting up, and you're not trying to do 2 things at once.
Yeah, the last thing you want to think about at 5,000 RPMs on the starting line is, do I have someone who locked up the cash drawer? Wait a minute, what's going on? I've been through all that, so no, it's going to be a good time. Come on out.
What year is this now for the poll that you guys have put on?
It's 7 or 8. I think it's 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're inching closer to a big anniversary then.
The big one, and like you say, we've been getting 10% bigger each year, 15%. That doesn't sound like a lot when your attendance only jumps up 150 people, but still,
it still makes a difference.
Anything that grows, 10 to 15% every year, a little bit bigger. And people are creatures of habit. It takes a long time for them to get used to, hey, the Belvidere Pull is the Saturday after Father's Day. And we're starting to, I think, get that groove, and it took a while to get there, but I think it's starting to come around and doing what the ultimate goal is. People come out, have a good time, and then the foundation has money to work with to go do their thing.
Nope, for sure, and the name recognition, that's the biggest thing, is just getting that out there. The name recognition and being able to get that name out there, like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to Belvidere, it's that Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
So just quickly, 6:30 is the poll time. Gates open at 3:30, and $12 to get in, and sit wherever you want or find your favorite spot. Like you mentioned, you got the beer gardens right at the 300-foot mark on both sides of the track, which is always a great destination, I'm sure, for a lot. It's easy access in and out, and 4 great Badger State pulling classes: limited pro stock, light limited super stock, pro stock diesel trucks, and limited pro diesel trucks, and now with the addition of the outlaw diesel trucks. $500 to win, or is that the purse?
Yep. 500 to win,
500
300 for second, 200 for third, $50 to enter. Bring friends.
Yeah, and
bring thirsty friends.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. And if you have any questions, you can contact us on the Facebook page. We'll get you right over to Ed if you have any questions with the outlaw diesel truck class or just any questions in general or would like to help out, I'm sure you'll be more than happy if you had a few extra hands.
Yep, no doubt. We'll get it taken care of.
Well, Ed, we just want to thank you for taking some time this evening on your on a busy week, and we wish you the best of luck for the upcoming season once you get your tractor ready, and best of luck this weekend.
Yeah, hey, thanks for all you guys do too. I really like you guys getting out there doing the live feed and all the extra promotional work you guys are doing. It's pretty amazing the stuff you guys are getting done, and I appreciate it, and I know a lot of other pullers, they appreciate it too.
No, that's for sure. I've been able to do the live feeds at the last couple shows, and just being able to either pullers' wives or their parent, or like their moms and dads that can't be there, or they live in another state, and they're able to see their kids or their family members actually get to live in person, and it's just a nice little addition, and the goal is to hopefully, if someone sees that, either they're going to attend a Badger State pull down the line, or just a pull in general that they're local to. So,
well, I used to be a Blackhawks season ticket holder, like back when they were terrible. I had season tickets, and Bill Wirtz would never air the home games on Chicagoland TV.
Oh, sure.
So generations of kids grew up Detroit Red Wing fans or any other team but the Blackhawks because they never saw the home games. And, you need to promote the product, and you guys are just doing awesome. I just love it. I can get on Facebook and watch some of the Macville events and see the guys, and, I can hear the RPMs on the engine, so I'm like, that's a tough spot of the track. And, so, yeah, what you guys are doing is great. We all really appreciate it.
Even for, because they had Super Farm on Friday, so maybe, the Limited Pro guys, they actually got a chance to, some of them probably watched and just kind of seen what the track was doing, too. So they kind of had a heads up. And even though it was two completely different tracks between Friday and Saturday, but it still kind of gives you an idea as a puller, because you don't know until you show up at the event, and obviously no testing like any other motorsport.
Yep.
So it's just
Yep.
Hopefully you got everything right and it goes down the track and you make a great pass.
That's right. Well, keep up the good work, guys. I really appreciate the phone call.
No, absolutely. And we'll obviously be talking to you probably sometime down the road. And again, just best of luck with the rest of the season. And, of course, we wish you the best of luck this weekend. Belvidere, Illinois, Saturday night, 6:30.
Right on. Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.
Yep.
Bye. Okay, that was Ed Casper joining us. He's a driver of the Light Limited Super Stock Addicted to Chaos, and of course kind of leads the charge with the Belvidere Charity Pull just across the border here in Wisconsin, just a little bit to the east of Rockford, off of Interstate 90 as you head towards Chicago. 4 great classes. Limited Pro stock, Limited Pro tractors. That's your 4.1 turbo. The light limited super stocks, Pro stock diesel trucks, and Limited Pro diesel trucks. So you got the 3.6 and the 3.0 diesel trucks, and then the addition of the Outlaw diesel trucks, kind of what we had if you're up at Motorsports Mayhem. Kind of just a run what you brung, no hanging weights, and pretty much everything else goes in terms of the rules. So it should be a fun class. $500 to win. So if you know anyone that wants to pull a diesel truck and have a shot at $500, I think that's a great opportunity. I know it's turned into a great track down there, and it just continues to grow. Check us out at bstponline.com. Of course, check us out on Facebook, Badger State Tractor Pullers. If you know friends or families, tell them to like our page, so when we do live videos from events throughout the summer, they'll pop up right on their phone, and we'll have access to that type of coverage. We're glad to just feature Badger State Tractor Pullers every week. We have amazing shows, just like the one down in Belvidere in terms of the charity events, county fairs, standalone events, just like we had up in Macville for the parish up there, as well as being able to be part of the Hillsborough Charity Pull coming up in August, and just the great county fairs throughout the summer, from Lake Michigan all the way over to the Mississippi River. Check us out, BSTP Online, like I mentioned again. So we had a great time up in Mackville. All the Badger State classes got in before the rain. It was just the Pro Mod trucks for the Pro Polling League that unfortunately was 6 shy of getting in before the rain started coming down and making conditions too wet. Had an amazing crowd, so if you got a chance to watch the live feed, we thank you for tuning in. I believe Friday night we reached 90,000 timelines, and then on Saturday for part 2 we were in that 80,000 timeline reach, and I had about 25,000 views that actually watched the video, at least for a little bit. So that's the whole goal here with the live videos and our shows in studio, just to promote the sport and hopefully get more people to local events. Wherever you are, we got people watching from Maine to California, up in Canada. We've had a couple weeks ago people down in Panama City watching. I don't know if they were on vacation, but they were tuned in. We've had the Netherlands tune in. We've had Poland, Australia as well for a couple events. So really great just to let people all across the world kind of showcase the Badger State Tractor Pullers. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Jason Schultz is on vacation once again tonight up in Canada. He will hopefully be back next weekend, of course, for Let's Grow Polling, starting at 7 o'clock Central, which leads into our show here on the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Whenever we kind of get done. Busy week. I will be up actually in Tomah for the Dairyland Super Nationals. Will not make it down to Belvidere, unfortunately. Tomah just kind of is the main weekend. It kind of trumps everything for me. So unfortunately won't make it down. Jason will be down in Mountain City, Missouri for the Rumble by the Refuge. It'll be the Pro Polling League Champions Tour, Western and Silver Series event. Big show down there as well. Friday and Saturday night he will be announcing down there. And the Remedy will be making its maiden voyage. As far as the information I have, will be making its maiden voyage of 2017, as it is their first Silver Series point hook of the year. They will be running Silver Series as their main points, and then they'll also be running the Badger State events that fit in between their schedule. So again, Belvidere this Saturday night, 6:30 at the fairgrounds there, and $12 gets you in. 4 great Badger State classes. Again, 4.1 limited Pro Stock, light limited Super Stock, Pro Stock diesel trucks, and the limited Pro Stock diesel trucks. And the addition that we just found out from Ed, they are adding the Outlaw diesel trucks as well. $500 to win for first place. And you can find Ed's number on the Badger State website, or you can message us here on the Facebook page, and we'll get you Ed's number if you have any questions about the rules or the classes in general, or the poll in general, and we will get you that information. So with that, we want to thank you. I want to thank my in-guest, he's kind of my audience for the Badger State show, Rudy, coming all the way over from the Netherlands. He was up in Hutchinson last weekend. They got, unfortunately, rained out on Saturday for the Grand National event up there. But we're looking forward to a great week in Tomah. So come and check us out. I'll be doing some live videos in the pits. Hopefully, possibly going to try setting up a live video from the Lustig camp up there, and try doing a quick show from the Lustig camp. Misty and Jordan, great supporters of Let's Grow Polling, and showcase them and their beautiful looking brand new paint scheme on the Silver Bullet for 2017, and looking forward to that. So if you're going to be up in the Tomah area, check us out as well. Otherwise, don't forget Belvidere, Illinois this Saturday night, 6:30 start time. And don't forget, coming up on Wednesday night, Wisconsin Polling Promoters. They have a busy week as well, 7 o'clock Central Time on the Wisconsin Polling Promoters Facebook page as well, with Matt Ingham and crew there, and the K-Man. Always a great show, and I believe tomorrow night I will be heading down to New Glarus, and we'll be doing a promoters show, kind of a dual promoting between the Beer Money Polling Team and Let's Grow Polling, and the Wisconsin Polling Promoters, kind of recapping the first couple weeks of polling in the state of Wisconsin, and looking forward to the weeks ahead. Busy time of year with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. July, once we hit the month of July, things start really rolling. Of course, we had the Midwest Summer Nationals in Freeport, and a brand new event in just a couple weeks, and looking forward to that on the 8th in Dickeyville. Brand new facility, and a brand new twin track setup there just before you cross the border into Iowa. Of course, that'll be coming up in a few short weeks, and we'll have more on that right here on the Badger State Tractor Pulling Weekly Show. We want to thank all our sponsors of the Badger State Tractor Pullers for 2017, and of course, we hope to see you at an event in the near future. I'm Ryan Zolik for Jason Schultz, and we'll talk to you again next Monday night following Let's Grow Pulling right here on the Badger State Tractor Pullers Facebook page. And have a great rest of your evening. Hope you have a great week, and hope you'll get a chance to hit a pull near you.